Hey guys, it's Jalen. Welcome back. I'm here today to share with you a video I filmed back in October of 2023. This is part 3 to my declutter for single eyeshadows. I have done a declutter on my eyeshadow palettes and then I moved over to my single shadows. And there was just so much to go through, and then the holidays happened and then I fell behind and all that stuff. So I am just, and these are longer videos, so I just finished editing the part 3 declutter video. So in this video, you're going to see mostly like indie shadows. I have, well, there's some MAC eyeshadows at the beginning and then there's indie shadows. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all those shadows and swatch them and share with you my thoughts on whether I decide to declutter. There's not going to be a lot of decluttered in this video. I ain't going to lie. Most of the decluttering happened in the first 2 videos. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the swatching and decluttering. Hey guys, I am back today to try to finish off my single eyeshadow collection and potential declutter. I don't think I'm going to have a lot of declutters in this section, but we will see. I'm going to start off with this MAC palette. So this is a collection of MAC pigments that are pressed into a pan. I got this off somebody on Etsy a while ago. So we're just going to swatch these and see what I think. I'm so sorry for the ring light glare. I wonder if I can fix that. Why don't we do that? That'll help. I just have this Pat McGrath palette. Okay, so I'm going to swatch these and we'll see if I end up keeping them. I have the shade names. Let me go grab, I'll go grab my magnet, excuse me, here in a second. Ooh, those are pretty. All right, this first one is Pink Opal. Well, that's kind of crumbly, but that's okay. So this is Pink Opal. Oh, wow. This magnet is too strong. This is Light Rose. This next one is All Girl. Oh my gosh. Then we have Circa Plum. That one's still nice. Okay, this one is Grape. That one, let me try, because these are pigments, sometimes it's better to swatch them over a bit of a wet base. Wow, it's way different. Yeah, that's nice. This one is Golden Air. Oh, it's pretty. I have Apricot Pink. Yeah, these are all really pretty. Next one we have Pink Pearl. Why have I not used this one? I mean, that's beautiful. Beautiful. So you can see I have pan in this one. This was, I think, in one of my Zodiac project. This is Ruby Red. And it's stunning, stunning. This one is Enter Mauve. Whoops. This one doesn't look that great, to be honest. Yeah. Well, once you dig in there, it's really pretty. Next up, I have Revved Up. Gorgeous. This one is Pink Bronze. I'm going to do it over here. Oh, that's beautiful. But am I going to wear that shade? Actually, the shift on this is really gorgeous. I think it's hard to see. I think that's really pretty. I'm going to keep it. This one is Royal Flush. That's beautiful. This is Pinked Mauve. Yeah, that one doesn't look that great. Let me try it over a wet base. Let's see what happens. It's actually really interesting because it has this a bit of a mauve shift, purple shift to it. I don't think it's going to be, can you guys see that? It's so pretty. All right, and then lastly, we have the shade Heritage Rouge. Yeah, these are all really pretty. They're staying. They're staying. Much better. Next up, I have this Cleona palette. And this has some Cleona shadows. And I can't remember what... Some of these I think are Touch of Glam. Or no, yeah, Touch of Glam Beauty. So let me pull these out of the palette and then I will show you what I've got. I was able to separate these out into 4 different brands. I actually had some more Touch of Glam Beauty in another palette, so I pulled those out. So first let's do the Cleona shadows. This first one is Lofty. And these are, like you can tell, her circle pans. So they're more like regular shimmers and duochromes. Oh, pretty. Then I have Calyx. I think that's Calyx. Oh my gosh. Then the next one is Nocturnal. It's a beautiful shade. Oh my God, I need to use these. Holy frick. I have Molten. I don't think I chose this one. I think this came as part of a mystery bag. Yeah, that one I think I'm actually going to pass on because I just don't wear shades like that. I cannot believe I just decluttered a Cleona eyeshadow. Next I have Iceberg. Oh my God. Like a year or so ago, I would not have worn that shade. Of course, now I do. This is Alpine. Then I have Amulet. Next up is Crystalline. Oh, it's so pretty. This one is Shroom. Reminds me of Max Shroom, but probably a lot more interesting. That's a gorgeous taupe shade. This is Sol, S-O-L. I'm gonna keep this one for now. I have been enjoying these kinds of yellows like as toppers, but I don't know if this would be a good topper. So I'm gonna play around with that one. And then I have the shade Hex. And that is gorgeous. Oh, yes. So those are the circle pan Cleona shadows, except for this one, which I am decluttering. Next, let's do Touch of Glam Beauty. No, I'm sorry. This is Glam Shop. This is Glam Shop. So the first one I have is the shade, I think that says Glow. These are kind of hard to read. These are very flaky formulas, but as you can see, they are beautiful. Oh. Next, I have the shade Jinn, Jinn. I have a cat hair stuck to my finger. Oh my goodness. Next is the shade Acrylic Ice. This one is Halftone. Gorgeous. It's one of Ziggy's hairs. Next I have Vector. Oh, cats are chasing. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Next I have the shade Vegas. I think that's what that says, Vegas. Sorry, the cats are having a ball. Yeah. Then I have the shade, it just says Cool Warm. I also have one that's sitting, that I'm currently working on in my everyday magnetic palette, and this is the shade Indie. I'm working on getting 10 uses out of this. This is very crumbly, but it is so gorgeous. It's beautiful. So those are my Touch of Glam shadows, and I'm sorry, Glam Shop shadows, and I would totally buy more of these. They're stunning. Oh, I'm sorry, I have one more. This is also in my everyday palette. This one is called Laser. I just pulled this one into a project. They're stunning. None of those are going anywhere. Let's do Looksy next. This one is Anarchy. This is one of the, I think, the older ones that I have from Looksy. Yeah, it's gorgeous. This is another one of the old ones. It's called Vicious. And I remember this being very like a moussey formula, so I'm assuming this one is very similar, the one I just swatched. They're both so pretty. And I think the rest of these are newer shades. The first one is Snow Cone. Ziggy, what are you doing? Next I have the shade Cookie Dough. What is it, Zig? It's a great topper shade. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but it's got this beautiful pink lilac shift. I have the shade Saint Monica. Beautiful. This is Angel Wings. I know if I put these over like a wet or tacky base, they would show up better, but I'm too lazy. Abracadabra. It's hard to get the light. From an angle, it's got so much sparkle. So much sparkle. Next, I have Hybrid. Okay, cats, what are y'all doing? Oh my goodness. Next is Screwball. Why do I keep getting cat hairs on my hands? Jeez. Okay, that's really beautiful. It's typically not a shade I like, which is that kind of iridescent, satiny shade. But this one's really interesting. It has like a purple to blue flip, so we're going to keep that. Then I have Glass Wing. This is Phone Home. Well, not, it's centered in my... Yeah, I bet you that's a really beautiful topper. Yep, okay. And then lastly, I have Wild Child. Can you guys see that interesting flip? That's really pretty. All right, that is all the look-see. Obviously, none are leaving. And then lastly, I have Touch of Glam Beauty. So the first one is a touch of glam. Oh, wow. That one's definitely more of a moussey formula. I can't remember if all of them are like that. This one is Copycats. Look at that pink shift on this one. Wow. This is Copycats. Wow. Then I have Jungle Mist. This one definitely has a purple flip. I don't know if you can see that. It's beautiful. I think this is one of her multi-chromes. This is Alter Ego. Beautiful. Like I said, I don't think I'm getting rid of very many of these. Okay, next is the shade number 31. This one has a like mermaid look to it. It may be hard to see on camera. Then I have, oh, I think I have two of A Touch of Glam. I sure do. I have two of these. Well, maybe I need to pan one. That was this one. Oh my gosh. Next I have Honey Holo. This is a holo eyeshadow. I feel like this may end up just looking really gray toned, except in certain lighting. Yeah. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Yeah, you can kind of see the holo in there. It's beautiful, but I think it'll end up looking very just gray on camera or in person. Next, I have Unicorn Toot. I was going to see if it shifted. Oh my God, you guys can't see this, but it's like blue at an angle. Let me see if I can get it to show on camera. Doesn't want to do it. It's kind of like that blue. This is gorgeous. Oh my God. The camera does not do that one justice. Then I have these 4 square pans. The first one is Dirty Little Secret. I have glitter all over me. Again, this is more of a flaky formula. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Then I have On Wednesdays We Wear Pink. This is Tropical Vibes. Wait, that's the wrong finger. You can see how flaky it is. It's much easier to put it on with a tacky base, but look at how stunning that is. Oh my God. And then lastly, I have the shade Lagoon. Ugh, there we go. Oh my gosh, it looks totally different on camera. This is a green shade in real life. Crazy pants. Wow, that looks so different on, I can't even explain to you how different this looks on camera. Wow. And in real life, compared to real life. That is gorgeous. Okay, these are all staying. Oh, I got some stainers. Touch of Glam is a stainer, and so is Copycat, I think. I don't mind it, but just as an FYI. Okay, so those are all staying. I hope these all fit in here. No, they're not gonna all fit. Well, hell. Maybe I'll put these in a separate palette. Okay, so that is that palette. And I decluttered one. So far I've reviewed 59 shadows and I've decluttered one. Not surprised. Next one I'm gonna review is this Divina palette. This was from her Black Friday sale like 2 years ago, I think. And here's what we have in this palette. So again, I'm going to pull all of these out and we will take a look at them. I'm going to pull ones that I'm currently working on from this palette as well. Okay, I have 4 different brands in this palette as well. This is JD Glow. This one is Divina. We have Shine by SD here. And then this is Menagerie. So let me start with JD Glow. These are these large circle pans. So the first one I have is Opal. When I got these, I was so impressed. That's stunning. I worked on this one in Zodiac last year. This is AKA. It's so pretty. Then I have Good God. Good God. Good God, that's pretty. This one is Anomaly. Oh my goodness. And then lastly, I have Insane, like N-Sane. These are all beautiful. Now let's do the Divina shadows. I think all of these, I want to say 2 years ago, same Black Friday sale as I got this palette. Okay, this is called Sprinkle, what? Sprinkle Whips. I think these are going to be a little difficult to see the shift, but these are all very shifty. This was part of like a candy collection, and I think I'm going to try to pull all the ones that fall in the same collection. This one is Rain Tarts. Oh, gorgeous. We have Twinkle Toots. I say candy, but that's probably wrong. This one is Sweet Slush. I think that's what that says, right? Yeah, Sweet Slush. That one's gorgeous. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's really pretty. Doesn't look as like bam in your face on camera, but it's beautiful. This is Sour Spanx. Yeah, it's not doing it justice, but they're really pretty. This one I know is Butter Pucker because I used it for a project. It's beautiful. And I think that's all from that collection. I want to say there were 5. No, there's 6 there. All right, this one is Fairy Fire. This is so beautiful. Okay, here comes Marley. Excuse you. This is so stunning. I'm amazed at how gorgeous the shadow is. This is called Fire Hunt. Wow. This is Asteria. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know. You guys are not going to be able to see this. You see that like burgundy flip? That's what I see from my angle. It's stunning. Let's see if I can get it to do. Yeah. Here we go. It's so pretty. Next, I have 347. I'm covered in glitter. It's got a beautiful purple flip. This is, I think the next 3 are her multi-chromes. This is Magnetosphere. I'm hoping I'll be able to capture how amazing this is on camera. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. This one is Polaris. It looks like purple from my angle right now. Like purpley blue. Like there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see it's green. Oh, it's crazy pants. The last one is Exosphere. I bought this because of... shoot. Didn't ruin it. I bought this because of Andrea at Pretty as a Peacock. And she did not do me wrong. This is stunning. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So those are all staying. I should call this section like Indian Special Shades. It's probably what I'm going to do. I just realized I may be a little bit crooked. Sorry about that. Let's do Menagerie Cosmetics next. This one is Chromatosphere. So I think we have another Chromatosphere. Oh, gorgeous. This is called Ink Defense. Oh my gosh. This is Animal Kingdom. I think this has a pink flip. Potentially. For sure. Oh. And the last one is Shell Yeah. I bought this because the name reminded me of my nieces. So even if I would not wear this shade very often, I'm still keeping it. Oh, but it's so pretty. It's got a like rose gold shift on the side that you can't really see. Or like a peach to pink flip. It's really gorgeous. Okay, so that is Menagerie Cosmetics. They don't look as exciting like looking down on them as they do in real life. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch my Shine by SDs along with the Menagerie. So the first one I have is Ring the Alarm. Marley. Wow. This is a really interesting formula. It's very dry. You can probably tell how dry it is. So you kind of have to rub it in, but it's so pretty. Then let's do this one. This is Reserve number 3. These are very flaky. It's definitely a shifty, you can't see it. It looks really beautiful on, you can kind of see it there. And it's got a really beautiful flip, but it's not showing up. All right, this one is one that I potentially could get rid of. This is Golden Hour. I did work on this one in that Zodiac Project pan, and it wasn't my favorite shade to wear. It was just something I didn't reach for. So it's beautiful, but I think I'm going to declutter it. I'm actually going to see if a friend is interested in this one. Next, I have the shade Twilight. Now, this is one of those topper shades. And this is what I'm working on now. It's beautiful. It looks like this shade is also a stainer. Look at how stained that is. Okay, and then I'm going to set that aside so I remember to put it back in my palette. This is the shade Falling. Oh my gosh. And lastly, I have the shade Halo. These all just look like white shades, but they're beautiful, like iridescent multi-chromes. Gorgeous. All right, so no shades leaving my collection from this group. Marley. Oh, I am decluttering one. Ha! I forgot about this one. So I did get rid of one more. Okay, let me do my tally here. So I had 28 shadows. I got rid of one, so I'm left with 27. All right, there we go. And I have a little bit of extra room. Well, I have one of these big pans here, so maybe 2 more shadows could fit. Let's do this hot mess of a palette. These are all shadows that were originally loose powders that I pressed into a pan. So I'm just gonna pull these up and tell you what they are. This is Tammy Tenuka Rapture. And I actually am somewhat close to finishing this one. This is a beautiful, beautiful multi-chrome. Next up, I have Dawn Eyes, and this is the shade Otherworldly. I don't even know if Dawn Eyes is still around. These were like the first multi-chromes I got, and they're really not that great anymore. I mean, compared to this, you know what I mean? So I'm going to set that one aside. Then I have another Dawn Eyes shade. This is Captivating. I think this actually has a little more interest to it than the other one. Yeah, you can see. This was like her premium line versus this one. And this is much better. So I'll keep that. This is Dawn Eyes in the shade Mysterious, if I can keep the pan from falling. Yeah, this one I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of. Then I have Dawn Eyes Enchanting. Going. I have so many good multi-chromes. If it's not a good formula, I ain't keeping it. Next up is Dawn Eyes Fantastical. This one looks beautiful. Oh, yeah, that stays. And I think this may be my last Dawn Eyes, but this has the same name as this one. So I don't think that's Fantastical. I don't know which one's Fantastical and what the other one is called, but well, let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, that one's similar to this one in that it's kind of like a satin shade, so I'm going to let that one go. Then I have Tammy Tenuka Praising. So these Tammy Tenuka shades I got off her Etsy site, and this one has a beautiful purple flip. Well, it doesn't look that great. Let me put it over. This looks beautiful. Let me put it over a wet base. kidding me? I need to clean this palette. Let me just take these shadows out. I'm gonna try one of these over a wet base. I mean, they're better, but they still have that like satin formula, and like it's just better. This is Tammy Tenuka Accepting Star Bath. It's beautiful. It's got a really gorgeous like purple flip. It's kind of hard to see. Then I have Tammy Tenuka Enchantress. I mean, are you kidding me? I gotta do this one over. I'm just curious, the difference. Huge difference. Wow. Gorgeous. Next up I have, this is an Inglot. Oh, this is an Inglot pigment, like their loose pigment that I press into a pan. This is number 22, I believe. My Sharpie did not stay on for very long. Okay. I feel like all these need to be done over. Here, let's do it over here. This is like a beautiful duochrome. Then I have Inglot Pigment number 120. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Next up, we have the shade by Tammy Tenuka. It's called Melva Jungle Loafer. Okay, it's the weirdest name. Every time I think about decluttering this, I then swatch it and I'm like, no. It's so pretty. This is Dawn Eyes Scintillating. Whoops. Let's see if it scintillates. It's really pretty, but I don't think that's the kind of shade that I would wear very often. So I'm going to declutter that. This is Makeup Geek Prism. Now this one very well could get the boot and it would actually be the full pigment. I have more of this. These others I don't, but this one I have more of. And yeah, I just like these shades. This is an iridescent satin shade. I'm just not going to wear that. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. It's actually going to be, I'm probably going to declutter it with my potted singles because it's like a loose pigment. So I'm going to go ahead and put this pan away, but more than likely it's going to be part of a like bigger declutter that I end up doing. Well, a different declutter that I end up doing with my potted singles and loose shadows. Okay, this one is Dawn Eyes Tantalizing. And let me again do this over somewhat of a wet base to try to get a good idea of what it looks like. Yeah, see, these just aren't that exciting. Next up is Makeup Geek Kaleidoscope. Again, this is another one that I have a larger pigment in. That's beautiful. Ooh. Or a larger thing of loose powder. Loose shadow. This is Inglot 115. It's beautiful. I'm running out of room here. Makeup Geek Sugar Rush is this one. I kind of don't remember this one. Yeah, that's pretty. And the last one I have is Makeup Geek Hologram. I'm going to put this one over here. I think I'll keep it for now, but I may have to bring it into a project to play around with. And I just remembered I have one more. This is actually in my everyday palette. This is Makeup Geek Wildfire. And this one is really pretty. Let's see, where am I going to put this? We'll put it right here. It's gorgeous. Okay, so I ended up decluttering 2, 4, 6, 6. And then I'll save the Makeup Geek one for when I do my potted singles and loose eyeshadows. I may end up combining these with another palette, but for right now I'm just going to put them back in this one. All right, there we go. That's all that's left in here. You guys, I just remembered I have this one that's in my everyday palette. This is Tammy Tenuka Icing. And this is gorgeous. It's not going anywhere. But I want to show it to you. Oh my gosh. Next, let's do my second Cleona palette. And this one has all Cleona shades. So I'm going to try to figure out the best way to... I have these done... organized by name, alphabetical, and so I'm gonna try to figure out the best way to take these out. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, let's see if this little gadget works or how well it works. There's a magnet on it. Ah, perfect. Okay. This first one is abrasion. I don't think any of these are going anywhere, because they are beautiful. I have some that are sitting in my everyday palette. So this one is Adornment. Yeah, that would normally go there. I think this first row I can take out pretty easily. This one is, what does that say? Anil. I thought that said Janelle. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Anil. These are all stunning. Next, I have the shade Blaze. Well, actually, let me see. No, that one's pretty. It's got a beautiful pink flip. You can kind of see it on the angle. It's stunning. Next, I have Ciel. This is beautiful. Yep, not going anywhere. This one is Coat of Arms. Maybe I should move my phone out of the way. Ooh. This shade is Crown Jewel. And as you can see, I have panned this one and it is stunning. It's got a beautiful aqua flip there. It's so pretty. Next up is Crown Glass. This is a beautiful purple to blue flip. Next up is wait, what is it? Diadem. Oh my gosh, you can't even see how beautiful this is. It's got this like fluorescent forest green flip. It's insane. It looks, I cannot believe it looks like that on camera. How? Next up is Enamel. My hands are like, my fingers are covered in shadow. Beautiful. Then I have the shade Emboss. Beautiful pink shade. Oh, I missed one because there was one here. I'll have to find it. This one is Engrave. And I have the shade Etched. Oh, baby. Guys, I keep finding more shadows. They just haven't been put away. All right, I did find the one I couldn't, that I knew would go here. This is the shade Courtyard. So we'll just put this guy up here. Really, really beautiful. I'm mad my camera's not catching how gorgeous these are. I know it's hard to sometimes capture like multi-chromes, but it's making me very sad. And I can actually put that one back. I'll go over these a little bit later. Okay, next I have Flame Blown. Yep. And then what would normally go here is Flashed Glass. Yep. Next up is Gargoyle. This has a beautiful forest green flip. I know it's hard to see, but it's there, I promise. Next up is Glazier's Mark. Oh, that's not doing it justice. I know that for a fact. Yeah, beautiful. Then I have Gothic. Gothic. That's a beautiful, beautiful multi-chrome. Next up is Grisaille. Love, love, love. And this one is Happy Accident. This was a freebie that came for something. Mystery bag maybe, whenever I ordered a mystery bag. It's so pretty. It looks like a autumn green from the side, which you can't see. Oh, this makes me sad. My lights and when I do this when I'm filming, you can definitely see, but here you can't. Makes me sad. Next up is Kaleidoscope. Then I have the shade King's Feast. Let's get this grossness out of the way. Oh my God, that's pretty. This is Lucidium. It's kind of hard to see because it just looks white on camera. But this is amazing. Amazing. This shade is Medieval. I wonder if it does better here. Maybe. So what would go somewhere here is the shade Noble. It's beautiful. And then I don't know what I'm missing. Oh wait, this one. Yeah, this is Motif. Staring at me right in the face. Hi, Ziggy. Oh, you found a bug. All right, next up is the shade Oculus. Oh my gosh. Ziggy found a bug, you guys. Ziggy found a bug. Next up is Queen's Banquet. Ooh. Then I have the shade Regal. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Next is Rose Line. That one's okay, to be honest, but I'm not quite ready to declutter that. I know, Ziggy. I see it. Next is the shade Rosette. This video is going to take a long time. I'm already an hour and a half in. Oh, it's got this beautiful, like, there we go, bright purple flip. It's so pretty. This one is Royal Pear. Oh my God, this is so pretty. It's there, you can see that shift there. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful shade. Next is the shade Royalty. Oh, God. Then I have the shade Shard. It's got a beautiful, like, at a really strong angle, purple magenta shift. Next is the shade Smolder. Ooh. Then I have the shade Spire. Yeah. Oh my God. Isn't that pretty, Ziggy? Next up is the shade Spotlight. Well, that didn't swatch that great. Let me try that over a wet base. Oh yeah, there we go. I mean, all these really should be, I should be swatching these over a wet base, but I'm too lazy. Next up is the shade Stencil. Beautiful. I see it, Ziggy. You can't get to it. It's on the ceiling. This is one that I've had to repress because it shattered on me. This is Sunbeam. Beautiful. Next up is Tapestry. Again, probably would do better if I actually had like a tacky base down, but it's beautiful. And I have the shade Tessera. Wow, that's really pretty. It's got like a aqua blue, light aqua blue shift that you can't see, unfortunately. I think we have like 5 left because I have one here. This one is the shade Tracery. I'm going to do them here. Then I have the shade Translucency. Oh, pretty. Next up is Umbra. And this is one of those like iridescent shades, but it actually has some shimmer in it versus the other ones that are mostly just, it's kind of hard to see, but the other ones are more of like a satin. This actually has shimmer to it. And what usually goes right here is the shade Trinket. Oh my God, I have shadow all over me. Wow. Oh my God, it's so pretty. And then lastly, I have the shade Verte. I'll use my thumb. Okay. So, as you can tell, I did not get rid of a single Cliona eyeshadow. I didn't think I would. but I did want to swatch them for you so you could see what they look like. All right, I'm about to call it a night, but I did want to show you these last 4 shades that were normally would have gone in those other palettes, but I forgot to pull out. This one is Shine by SD Luxie. I mean, it's stunning. It's stunning. This one is Divina Bubble Fizz. Ziggy found his bug. Bubble Fizz. There's the shade there. It's so pretty. Then from Glam Shop, I have the shade Virtual Pink. I'm currently working on this in a project. Let's try that one again. That did not swatch very well. That's more like it. Even this one. It's better. And the last shade I have is Glam Shop Lagoon. This one is gorgeous. So pretty. So pretty. All right, so I wanted to make sure I showed you those 4. They're not going anywhere. I'm keeping them. Okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I think I ended the video a little bit abruptly because I was thinking I would combine the part 4 with this, but it's just gonna be way too long. So one thing I did want to share with you, I mentioned in several parts of the video at several times that the shadows looked way different in person than they did on camera. So I wanted to give you an example. I'm going to go ahead and insert over here this particular shadow. This is the Touch of Glam Beauty shade in Blue Lagoon. This is what it looked like whenever I filmed it. And this is what you weren't able to see, is this shift. Even though I had the same lights on, you know, in the room, because of the way it's set up, I guess, you didn't really see this fabulous shift. So let me see if I can show you guys. So that's basically what you see, but what you don't see is this amazing flip. So I have a proposal. I am more than happy to swatch these shadows again in this format so you can see what they actually look like versus me doing like a declutter, because these are shadows I'm obviously going to keep. So if that's something you guys would like to see, let me know down below and I will do it at some point this year. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Stay tuned for part 4. I don't think it's going to be as long. I think in part 4 I also do some like rearranging of the palettes and stuff. But stay tuned for part 4. It'll be coming soon because I do want to get those edited and out of my queue. That is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're doing well and staying safe. Please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.